Hey everybody, welcome back to Beautiful You. Sometimes in life we go through things that teach us lessons, and we learn a lesson from it, and we think that we've figured that out, and maybe it's something really big, like you really used to make these decisions that were so toxic for yourself, and you did them because, maybe you wanted to please other people, or you wanted people to like you, you didn't want to be alone. You felt like that's what you were supposed to do in life, but then you learned, that's not what I'm supposed to do. This isn't right for me. Maybe, and you made some changes, but it's very easy to get back into old habits without even realizing it. It's very easy to quickly sink back into everything in your life that you've worked hard to stop doing, because things in life are so subtle and quiet when they happen. Nothing comes with a gigantic road sign that says danger, people pleasing ahead, and so that you're prepared. Make sure you're not a people pleaser ahead. Whenever that happens, it doesn't work like that. So it's easy to find yourself in a situation where, even though you've done all this work and you think you've made all this progress with yourself, you literally end up in the same exact situation as you worked so hard to get out of before, because you didn't just jump off the diving board into the pool of that situation. You were walking along, and the situation sort of engulfs you, and before you know it, you've walked from the sand into the water, and then you go a little deeper, and before you know it, you're treading water, in the same water that you were in. But you think, because you've done all these things and you've made all these changes in your life, and you've changed who you fundamentally are as a person, you think that you couldn't be back in that swimming pool again, that you wouldn't dive into. Does that make sense? It's a constant battle when you change who you are, and you become somebody different, or you try to become somebody different, or you try to better yourself. It's a constant battle to maintain that higher state, maintain that higher level of being. And it's a constant battle. And you always have to be vigilant and be aware of your situation. But such is life, that often you find yourself in a situation that you didn't even know you were in. And it's really important to talk to other people. That's why friends are so important, because you talk to friends and they can point things out for you that you might not have otherwise seen. And then when friends point those things out to you, and then you realize, hey, I'm back in the same situation as I was in so many years ago that I thought I had eradicated from my personality. But you realize that you really haven't. You just have to go back and work hard again, and go back to the basics, I don't know if this video is making any sense to y'all. I just know that when you make changes within yourself, even when you think that they're permanent, they're not, because you have to keep on working on them. And this is something I've learned today, and I love to put a video out when I've learned something, or when something has become obvious to me, I like to help other people see the same thing if they need it, you know. Lord knows I need it. I need to hear it. And I'm grateful for people who remind me. So anyways, I hope that if you're someone who's working on a change on yourself, and we should all be, I think we should all be working on ourselves constantly in life. Like, what's the point if we're not working to become better, you know, better versions of ourselves? And so, but that's what I'm talking about, becoming a better version of yourself, becoming a better version of myself. But then, realizing that you've backtracked, realizing that you've lost some ground, and having to go back and reevaluate the things that you're allowing to happen in your life. Reevaluate how you're allowing people to treat you. Oftentimes when we get into relationships with people, we we get comfortable, and then we tolerate more because we're like, well, a million excuses. But during that time is when we can really easily fall back into those old habits, the ones that really hurt to begin with, the ones that brought us into a place of, like, just a bad place, I thought I had, crossed a bridge and left some stuff behind me, I guess is what I'm saying. I thought I had left all this stuff behind me. And as it turns out, it's all still right here with me. I may have packed it into a smaller box and not allowed it to take so much room in my life. But then slowly, it grew and it came back out. And that's what's important to keep an eye on. So I don't know, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope anytime I put a video, I always want it to be helpful. And I always welcome criticism, welcome feedback, welcome comments. My nose is itchy, I don't know why. Anyways, so, feel free to put a comment, ask a question. I don't care. I'm pretty open. I don't have a problem being open, answering questions. So anyways, thank you for listening. And I guess the message is to always stay vigilant and constantly reevaluate your situation. And don't forget to make sure that you're not putting up with things that you had learned to stop putting up with. It's really important. That's how you can maintain beautiful you.